Well, what a matchup we just had right there between Kofi Kingston and Roman's. Kofi retains the WWE Championship here tonight. And we're moving on from SmackDown's WWE title matchup to Raw's Universal Championship matchup. It is Seth Rollins defend his title against Drew McIntyre to kick us off here in part 4 of our first pay-per-view of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And ladies and gentlemen, we shall take a look to how this whole matchup came to be across the last 4 weeks of Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins calling out Ricochet here tonight. He's the one that he wants to face. Ricochet getting an opportunity here tonight. Not at Money in the Bank, but it has now been said by our Universal Champion Seth Rollins. If Ricochet tops Rollins here tonight, he gets a Universal Championship shot. Ricochet on the road.
I feel the spotlight, I see the rise. They lit a fire just to burn me alive. I feel the judgment, I hear the lies. But I won't go down without a fight. I won't go down without a fight.
3 curb stomps.
I'm not going down.
What a match.
I hear them twist my words.
Drew McIntyre from the crowd.
They hope I'll crash and burn, but I'm here and I'm
He's attacking, he's assaulting Seth Rollins. The Claymore kick. Can this be perhaps what happens in the near future? Rollins, in the long run, has been more successful overall than Drew McIntyre has ever been with WWE. You tell McIntyre feels that way.
They lit a fire just to burn me alive. I feel the judgment, I hear the lies, but I won't go down without a fight.
Seth Rollins.
I'm not leaving.
From suicide dive.
Finished with every punch you throw. I'll get back up and go. Hate me, but I never said you had to.
Drew McIntyre.
This story is my own.
Seth Rollins.
They stabbed me in the back, but these scars
Universal
make me
Championship.
stronger. Always under attack, but I can't be conquered.
And well, there you go. That's how it all came together. That's how it all came to be. Here tonight, your Universal Championship matchup. It's Rollins. It's McIntyre. It's Raw's Universal title on the line. Truly, one amazing contest we just had moments ago between Kofi Kingston retaining the WWE Championship. If anything, in retrospect, folks, I do apologize because, if anything, something that has been a bad habit of me for the past couple years, I always confuse the SOS and Trouble in Paradise. I'm pretty sure I called the Trouble in Paradise the SOS and vice versa. So, throughout the whole matchup, Kofi did Trouble in Paradise's majority of the time instead of SOS's. So that's on me. To quote R-Truth, my bad. Of course, R-Truth was signed to the Raw brand. Shall see him in the next couple weeks, if anything. Or at least hopefully. But anyway, a man we're seeing right here, right now, the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre tonight. The opportunity of a lifetime for this man. He faces off, gets a shot at the Universal title, and well, if anything, I believe we haven't had on much title changes. We've only had one title change of the night so far, and that was back in the kickoff show. It wasn't right here in the main show, it was the kickoff show. Naomi, of course, defeating Becky Lynch to become the new Raw Women's Champion. But otherwise than that, every title's been retained. Anderson and Gauss, they retained the Raw Tag titles back in the kickoff show. Jinder Mahal retained the Intercontinental Championship in the kickoff show. And of course, once the main show started, Drew Gulak, he retained the Cruiserweight title earlier on in the night. AJ Styles retaining the United States Championship. And of course, moments ago, Kofi Kingston retaining the WWE Championship. So if anything, it's been a rather wild ride here. And of course, Heavy Machinery retaining the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, of course. So titles have been mostly retained for the night. There's only 2 title matches left. This one right here, and up next, Bayley defending the SmackDown Women's title against Carmella. Now look at this here, the Universal Champion Seth Rollins. He's coming out in style. The very best of Monday Night Raw. Well, at least, basically, he has the title. So it's hard to argue. He is definitely the very best of Raw. Even I have I have to admit, even though I'm biased to AJ Styles, I have to admit, Rollins here, he is the best of Raw. He is the best that Monday Night Raw truly has to offer. He holds that title very proudly, and here tonight, shining bright with the white and the neon blue, even some gray added in there. And well, Seth Rollins, he gets ready, he's prepping. God, no, in his mind, the gears, they are turning every single second. Thinking of a game plan here tonight against Drew McIntyre. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult here. Rollins and McIntyre, they've had an altercation every week on Raw. Of course, after Seth Rollins defeated Ricochet in the main event of Raw. Very difficult matchup for Rollins. Took a toll of 3 curb stomps. Rollins, he's had very difficult matches, even though for being the best of Raw, he's had some very difficult matches. Back in week 1's main event, Rollins retained against Ricochet. It took 3 curb stomps. And though, if anything, this past Monday on Raw, Seth Rollins, this time around, it took him 4 curb stomps to put away Rey Mysterio. That's right, you heard right, folks. 4 curb stomps to put away Rey Mysterio. And if anything, Rollins, after the victory of Ricochet, got attacked by McIntyre. Following week, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, they surprisingly did not come to blows. It was just a simple face-to-face on the mic. Rollins throwing a shot at McIntyre, saying, McIntyre, he's been here longer, but the big man has not been as successful as Seth Rollins. Rollins has been more successful than Drew McIntyre has, even though in Rollins' shorter time span, shorter career here in the WWE compared to Drew McIntyre. And of course, in the beginning, well, even before the show started, 2 weeks ago in Raw Week 3, it was Drew McIntyre who attacked Seth Rollins. And then at the end of the night, after McIntyre defeated Bobby Lashley in the main event, Rollins going out, attacking McIntyre, getting revenge for even before the show started. Last hit a suicide dive to Drew McIntyre. And of course, Week 4, the thing to top it all off, the big insane brawl that ensued between Rollins and McIntyre after Rollins' victory over Rey Mysterio, that even continued backstage during the main event, apparently. Anyway, now here we go. The matchup is now officially underway, so enough with saying the recaps. That was the past 4 weeks of Raw. All those altercations between these two men, and they now come to blows here tonight for the Universal Championship. And now here we go, McIntyre, he's looking at it early. Future Shock DDT connects Rollins, he's in the ring. Rollins already being taken down, the Future Shock, and now McIntyre here, looking for another big time maneuver. It's a Claymore kick! The Claymore kick, the maneuver that knocked out Rollins weeks ago after Rollins' matchup against Ricochet. It's only 2. Drew McIntyre, immediately, 2 of his biggest maneuvers in his whole arsenal has been pulled out already, and now Rollins out. He dodges that Claymore kick attempt. McIntyre ready, 2 finishers, looking for a third one right there, not gonna get it. Now Rollins here, is he perhaps looking to start putting away Drew McIntyre? The super kick, followed after the schoolboy rope. Well, if anything, in better terms, schoolboy rope into a super kick, I guess you could say. As now here we go, Rollins now gonna try to wear down the pace of his matchup. This matchup started way too fast for Rollins, if you ask me. The Future Shock DDT immediately off the gate, followed by a Claymore kick. And then Rollins reversing the second one has now given him the separation. And now here we go. Rollins is saying, it's time for me to hit my best move, the curb stomp. First one, and can it actually be the last one in this matchup here? It's Drew McIntyre. Is he done for? Just like that, no. The Universal Championship matchup here tonight continues. Man, Drew McIntyre. I think he's awoken the beast in Seth Rollins rather early on in this matchup. We're not even 3 minutes into this contest, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen. And well, if anything, McIntyre, Future Shock and the Claymore, all under a minute. And now Rollins here with the curb stomp. No, look at that. McIntyre yanking back the hair of Rollins. And now Rollins here was looking for a clothesline. McIntyre can sidestep it, and I think now we can finally catch our breath here. No more finishers after finishers. Finisher mania on the part of both these 2 men, if anything. Immediately off the gates. And well, if anything goes to prove, well, if anything, Rollins took 3 curb stomps to put away Ricochet. And then, of course, weeks later, took 4 to put away Rey Mysterio. How many is it going to take to put away Drew McIntyre here tonight? So far, he's already taken 1. As now, McIntyre was looking for a kick to the gut. Not sure if he was going to look for another Claymore. Not another Claymore. If anything, another Future Shock DDT. And of course, immediately following this matchup here, it's the SmackDown Women's Championship matchup, Carmella and Bayley. And then following that matchup is your main event of the night, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. It's been hyped up very heavily across the past 4 weeks of Universe Mode. And it all comes to an end here tonight. Who will become Mr. Money in the Bank? As now Rollins leaps over McIntyre, followed by just a single leg dropkick, missile dropkick, if anything. And now here we go. Oh, big time forearm. Connecting in the corner. Down goes the Scottish Psychopath. Now look at this. Rollins, here we go. Sporting the white and neon blue. Sporting a different attire here. Now Money in the Bank. Well, moonsault from the high red district. And it connects into a cover here. Looking to put away Drew McIntyre. Still relatively early on this matchup. And it's only going to be 2. Drew McIntyre still alive here. Rollins pulling out all stops so far. Already a curb stomp has been pulled out in this matchup. Of course, only because a Claymore and Future Shock were pulled out on the part of Drew McIntyre. And now here we go, Rollins here. Scoop her up, super kick into the draw. And McIntyre, he crumbles down into a mat. And now Rollins here, he's sizing up McIntyre. McIntyre has no clue where in the world he's at. And Drew McIntyre, oh, maybe he does. Catches the kick. Rollins was perhaps looking for another curb stop. Perhaps looking for a second curb stop in the matchup. Now here we go, off the ropes. Goes McIntyre, oh, he got caught. Looking for a clothesline, misses wildly, and Rollins just catches him in the midsection with that super kick. And McIntyre, he crumbled down into a mat. You could tell that one right there was a very fatal blow. Fatal blow indeed with that super kick. Now misses the knee right there, this Rollins. McIntyre sensed it, and now here he comes. Drew McIntyre here lifts up Rollins by overhead release suplex. The strength of the Scottish Psychopath being showcased right there. And now, here we go, Drew McIntyre looking to further damage on Rollins here. He'll sizing him up. And now has him up. Wait a second. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god. Power driver onto the Universal Champion Rollins. That was instinct. That was pure instinct. Rolling out to the outside of the ring. And Drew McIntyre, he's going to try to return the favor this time on the outside. But no. He's looking for a second power driver. If anything, oh my god. Rollins drives McIntyre back first. Goes Drew McIntyre into that ring apron. Of course, the LED part. Well, if anything, no, not the LED part. But still the ring apron. Hardest part of the ring, if you didn't know, by the way. Which you most likely, obviously, do know. Everyone knows that. And now Rollins here looking to continue the assault on Drew McIntyre. Of course, championship rules. This is a singles contest. If either Rollins, McIntyre, or both men were to get counted out, then the opposing one who didn't get counted out, you know, they will win the matchup, but either way, Rollins retains the title. Same goes for disqualification. So McIntyre, he has to be careful. He has to be very careful for those counts. Anyway, now here we go, Drew McIntyre. Oh, Jesus, a second power driver. First one was in the ring. Second one on a very thin layer of padding on the outside of the ring. And now Rollins being dragged back into the ring. No, kick against the temple. Followed shortly after just a big hammer blow across the chest. And now Drew McIntyre here. Oh, elbow across the forehead. And now here we go. Looking for something there. Not going to get it. McIntyre just going to manhandle Rollins out of the way. As simple as that, if anything. And now here we go. Rollins was resting in the ring apron, and now Rollins, he has McIntyre dates, has him where he wants him, was looking for a springboard knee, not gonna get it. McIntyre sidesteps, and now Rollins, that was an opening. It was an opening for Drew McIntyre. McIntyre, can he win it? Can he win the big one off the Future Shock DT? No, it's only 2. The second time in this matchup, a Future Shock DT has been done to Rollins. The Future Shocks cannot do it. Can the Claymores do it? However, it's the case. Second one in this matchup. No, it's missed. It's missed once again. And McIntyre, he knows he has to stay on Rollins. He can't stay upset. He can't be frustrated. He needs to stay on Rollins. But he's not going to be able to, because now here we go. Seth Rollins, a curb stop. Rollins had the opening. The momentary hesitation of Drew McIntyre is going to do it for Seth Rollins. A single second. That's all it needed. Rollins, he had the opening. McIntyre wasn't able to capitalize. He wasn't able to capitalize immediately after missing the Claymore kick. And Rollins was able to take advantage of that, and in the long run, able to connect. Well, another curb stomp. I believe it took 3 that time to put away McIntyre. Took 3 to put away Rey Mysterio. An equal number. No, if anything, took 3 to put down Ricochet back in week 1. But if anything, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, Seth Rollins in a rather quick contest between these two, if you ask me. Seth Rollins, he retains the Universal Champion. Now look at this. What the hell? Mark Henry. Well, can the cameras go back? Because Mark... Wait, what? No. What the... Oh my god. What? The crowd's electric. The crowd is amazing. They're absolutely electric. What the hell? Mark Henry, he walked out from the back. Henry, he was here tonight. He was backstage at Money in the Bank. And what? He's just laid out the Universal Champion. And the crowd, they are erupt for Henry. They're booing Rollins. What? Mark Henry makes a return here tonight at Money in the Bank. He is assaulted. The Universal Champion Rollins, a world's strongest slam, moments to go. And oh my god, decapitating Rollins. Completely decapitating him. What the hell is happening? Mark Henry, he's retired if anything. He's a Hall of Famer. He's no longer wrestling. And he's... No. The world's strongest slam through the table. Mark Henry, a world's strongest slam to Seth Rollins. Henry, he's retired. He's a WWE Hall of Famer. Why is he attacking Rollins? Why is he attacking Rollins? And he snatched the belt during the replay. He snatched the belt from the referee. The referee was going to give it to an unconscious Rollins. Where help that does if you're going to give it to an unconscious champion. But Mark Henry now, he's walking away. And is he going to? Yes, Henry's taking the Universal title with him. The world's strongest man. I think he's back. What? Well, if anything, oh man, what the hell? If anything, we need to continue on the show. Once again, after the Big E thing, there's no breathers here. There's no breathers here at Money in the Bank. Up next is the SmackDown Women's Championship matchup. Carmella, she won the number 1 contenders matchup a couple weeks back to earn this opportunity to face Bayley here tonight, and tonight she gets that opportunity. And if anything, not tonight, it's anything. If anything, it's right here, right now. Man. Just what the hell is this show? I mean that in the best way possible. I really do. Asuka missed Money in the Bank. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to SmackDown. But if anything, Mark Henry just made a return here tonight at Money in the Bank, sending a message to all of Raw, not only Seth Rollins, but if anything, it's time for a SmackDown Women's Championship matchup. And if anything, more importantly, it's time to just completely just witness this whole entrance here. Carmella, the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and she's wearing green. Of course, Sasha Banks wore green earlier on the night, and I simply just couldn't handle myself. So, of course, Carmella not wearing green. It is Money in the Bank, and I think this is easily becoming my favorite pay-per-view. I think Money in the Bank is easily becoming my favorite pay-per-view. It's our first one, but I think it's going to be my most favorite for a long time coming. Because this pay-per-view has produced Sasha Banks and Carmella to wear green attires. And you know, green is my favorite color. But these two women, they make it look way better. They make green look exponentially better than what it already looks like. And I very do appreciate that. Very much. But anyway, moving away from that, time for a SmackDown Women's Champion to make her presence felt. It's Bayley, and I don't know why she's still... This has to be a whole shtick. This has to be a whole shtick going on here. Because Bayley, of course, she's shown a rather different side of her. Across the past couple weeks, of course, teamed up with Charlotte and Selena Vega this past Tuesday on SmackDown in that 6-woman tag team matchup. Of course, against both Carmella, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. But along with that, Bayley, she showed a rather different side, attacking Carmella a couple weeks back before the tag team matchup. If anything, a full week before the tag team matchup was her matchup against Ember Moon, in which Bayley, throughout the matchup, showed a completely different side. Usually you expect the respectful breaks, the car elbow tie-ups, the breaks in the corner. You expect a clean break on the part of at least Bayley. But nope, just 2 slaps to the face of Ember Moon is what followed. Bayley showing a rather different side. It hasn't been really all that obvious. It's been very, very discreet. But I don't know. I feel like something's different. Something's definitely changed about our SmackDown Women's Champion. Something is different about this woman as I lose my ability to speak for some damn reason. If anything, I need a break after Mark Henry, the WWE Hall of Famer, the world's strongest man, former World Heavyweight and ECW champion. He made a return. He's back. If anything, you expect him to be the Raw General Manager. Well, we still don't know who the hell that is. But Mark Henry returning just literally less than 5 minutes ago, attacking Seth Rollins after Rollins' rather quick, but definitely gets contained to an extent brutal matchup. That matchup took a toll on Rollins. Those Claymore kicks, those future shock DTs, those do take effect. And well, Rollins after the matchup gets assaulted by Mark Henry. Henry, if anything, he walked away with the title. Rollins, he left, walked up to a ramp without a championship. Mark Henry went to the back with the Universal title. Henry sending a statement to all of Raw. We shall see the outcome tomorrow night on Raw, if anything. What does this mean? And oh, look at that. As this matchup's not begun, and there you go. Just a big example. No clean break on the part of Bayley. Punch right between the eyes. That was cheap. Bayley, of course, showing that demeanor throughout her matches these past couple weeks on SmackDown. They've been very discreet. If anything, her tactics, her wrestling ability haven't really changed. If anything, it's been very minor things. No clean breaks. Attacking Mella during her promo. Not really all the most dastardly things in the world, but still, it's a different side at the very least to Bayley. Raises some questions if you ask me. So Bayley here. Snapmare followed by the elbow. Across the knee. Well, not across the knee, but across the head. Apparently, I don't know body parts anymore. As, of course, this right here is her second to last matchup at Money in the Bank. Up next is, of course, the men's Money in the Bank ladder matches. Now Bayley goes off the ropes again, once again to no avail. This time runs into Mella. Was not able to create a string of maneuvers right there, but Carmella, however, is able to do that. I am stuttering a lot here. I think that Mark Henry matchup, oh man, I am horrible in commentary right now. As the night has progressed, things have gotten more crazy. Obviously, that Biggie thing, which I swear, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about what happened with the New Day earlier on the show. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Because if I do, we're going to have a whole rant here. Not going to talk about Biggie. Not going to talk about what despicable actions he did earlier on the night. Not going to talk about any more. But, after everything that's happened, the amazing matchup Humberto Carrillo and Drew Gulak produced, Asuka being Miss Money in the Bank, all the stuff that's happened here tonight has been truly amazing. And now that we're getting to the final stretch here, I'm starting to lose my game. Starting to lose my commentary skills here. But anyway, Bayley Frankensteiner off the top rope, taking down Carmella, and if anything, Mella, she actually did have a very impressive performance this past Tuesday on SmackDown in that 6-woman tag team matchup. If anything, able to kick out of multiple spears from Charlotte, along with that getting out of the figure 8. And well, if anything, Bayley. If anything, a new side being shown to Bayley. Most likely. Well, not most likely, but especially. There you go, that's the word. Especially in a 6-woman tag matchup. Just completely ruining all of Carmella's momentum throughout the whole matchup. Every time Mella, she had the match won on multiple occasions. And Bayley always was there to break it up. Always was there to ruin the party for Carmella, and if anything, ultimately distracted her, which led to a victory. Bayley on the ring apron, cheap shot to Carmella, and Mella was able to get rolled up by Charlotte via, if anything, an electric chair roll-up. It was an electric chair that somehow turned into a roll-up, if anything. was a weird maneuver, but got Charlotte and her team the victory. And if anything, that victory was all thanks to Bayley. The distraction from Bayley. Mella had the match won on multiple occasions, but Bayley was just a thorn in the side of Carmella throughout the whole matchup. And she continues to be a thorn in the side of Carmella because of anything. Mella trying to build up momentum. It's not going to get it done here. As now, or maybe she can. Back suplex right there. That one folds up Bayley. And now the self-proclaimed Princess of Staten Island here. With the snapmare. And now another snapmare. Using both snapmare variations onto Bayley. And now Bayley's on the outside trying to gain some separation. And Bayley runs back inside the ring. Looking to psych out Carmella perhaps. Mella's not going to fall for it. Bayley catches the leg. Spins her around. Gets a double X handle to connect. Bayley, SmackDown Women's Champion, looking to retain here tonight. If anything, there's only been one champion. There's only been one champion that has lost their title here tonight. And it wasn't even on the main show. It was on the kickoff show. Becky Lynch losing the Raw Women's Championship to Naomi in the main event of the kickoff show. As well, if anything, we just had a super kick. Carmella, of course, for the past couple weeks has been utilizing that super kick. If anything, it's one of the maneuvers I believe she did in the Battle Royal. But to no avail, Bayley may get back up, and no, Bayley sidestepped Mella. And Carmella now, she's in trouble. Because Bayley now sizing her up here. Bayley in the high red district. And now sizing up the Princess of Staten Island. Here we go. And oh, double wax handle from the top rope. She got 100%. She got all of that. And no, Mella shakes it off like it's nothing. Carmella now shaking it off like it's nothing. The double wax handle that connected. But no, Bayley looks to stay on Carmella. Mella here in trouble. As now off the ropes goes Bayley. Frankensteiner takes down Carmella. And now Bayley sizes up Mella here. Looking to put her away. Perhaps here we go, Bayley to Bayley. The first one of the matchup, and is perhaps the last one. Can this be it here? Is Carmella done for? No, she's not. Kicking out at 2. Then take more than that on the part of Bayley to put Mella away. It's only been one Bayley to Bayley so far. Only been one. Missing that form right there. Mella gets the super kick to the midsection. Gets the slap to connect as well. That one rocked Bayley so hard she leaned on the ropes. Ducks underneath. And now, what the hell? Oh, drop toe hold. And now walking over her. Looking amazing while doing it, my head. And now up. See that right there? The ego of Carmella could perhaps still get to her in this matchup here. Even though she's definitely more of a fan favorite in this matchup than Bayley is. As now Bayley gets back up from Spinebuster. And for her trouble, she gets taken down again. It was second Spinebuster. Carmella basically telling Bayley to stay down from those Spinebusters. Both of them being very deadly if anything. Let's see their next factor. And now Mella here, trying to figure out what to do next. She's going to have to pull together some more string of maneuvers to put away Bayley. That leg drop could perhaps been very crucial. But Bayley able to get out of it. What a forearm, Jesus. Quickly into the cover. Shoots the half, rightfully so. That forearm was amazing on the part of SmackDown Women's Champion. Rocking Carmella's jaw. And now Mella, she's going to return the favor. Gives Bayley a receipt. And Bayley immediately rolls out of the ring. Rolling back inside. And now, oh, Mella went back inside the ring. Bayley able to immediately stop her in her tracks with that DDT. In the midst of Mella's momentum heading into the ring. And with anything, guess to say mostly a back and forth contest between these two so far. Double X handle takedown on the part of Bayley. Now Bayley, once again, high red district. Here we go. Bayley, what can she be looking for? She was able to connect with that double X handle from the top up to the outside earlier. What can she do now? Yes, now here we go. Oh, she got caught. Carmella catches her. And Mella right there. What a powerbomb. Down goes Bayley, roughly in the center of the ring. And Carmella now. Perhaps sizing up Bayley for the code of silence, maybe. She was walking around her. But Bayley was ready to climb back to her feet. Super kick, no! Bayley catches the kick. She catches the foot. Able to prevent the super kick. Now sends Mella into the corner here. And Bayley, oh. Bayley can get sent to corner and forearm. Carmella staying, if anything, on Bayley. As now here we go. Splash! Missed from the second rope. No water in the pool. for the Princess of Staten Island. And now here we go, Bayley and Bayley. Second one here. Second time. Is it the charm? Bayley retains. No, she doesn't. I was getting ready to say Bayley retains the SmackDown Women's Championship here tonight in Hartford, Connecticut in Part 4 of Money in the Bank. Nope. If anything, if Bayley is to retain here tonight, she hasn't done it just yet. And Bayley just staring a hole. Drew, Carmella now. Oh, suplex right there. Mella's legs catching those ropes. That's not going to help any part of the impact. If anything, I think it makes it worse. As now Bayley sizes up Carmella yet again. Here we go, Bayley. Third one, no. Mella dropping her weight to make it more difficult for Bayley to lift her up. And now, wait a second. Reverse the Bayley. And now, we immediately go into the code of silence. Bayley locked in between the legs of Carmella. Mella she was trying to time the pressure, but Bayley gets out of it. The code of silence wasn't applied in for long. It was not applied for long at all. But maybe, just maybe, has it taken its toll on Bayley? Maybe it hasn't, because Bayley just delivered. Basement dropkick, baseball dropkick, if anything. Baseball slide drop. What? There the move's called. Oh man, I just completely forgot that. I don't know whether bottom line she was able to get the dropkick variation, some sort that has a name in it that I can't really remember. Gets it to Carmella, and now Mella here trying to regroup on the outside, just trying to get a breather. After the code of silence wasn't able to put Bayley away, but Bayley, she's gonna stay on her. If anything, there has been some changes to Bayley, but you know the fighting attitude of Bayley has not fully changed. By attitude, I don't mean, you know, taking shortcuts. The taking shortcuts is new, but what I mean is that always staying on your opponent. But let's see there, Carmella once again catches Bayley in midair. Second time she's picked her out in midair. Second time she's also delivered that powerbomb as a result of catching her in midair. As now Bayley here looks to stay on Carmella, but Mella's not gonna let that happen. As now Mella here off the ropes goes Bayley, ducks underneath, jumps over shortly after, and now looking for something, but no. As Bayley catches the leg, once again spins around, clocks her in the head, and Bayley taunted to the crowd. As now Mella here's very, very slow to her feet. Bayley now off the ropes goes Carmella, and now catches her right there, and powerbomb. No, not powerbomb, body slam. Man, this pay-per-view is really doing the worst to me. As this show has progressed, if you haven't come, there's gotten worse. Oh, what a super kick. Jesus. Out of nowhere. Seemingly out of nowhere, the super kick by Carmella. No, only two. I thought she had it. If anything, it's been well documented throughout this night. All you needed is a single opening to hit your best maneuver. AJ Styles, all he needed was a single second of an opening. All he needed was an opening to put away Samoa Joe with the Styles Clash and retain his United States title. All Kofi Kingston needed was an opening to put Roman Reigns away to retain his WWE Championship. All these competitors have needed throughout the night, for the most part, have been tiny openings. That's what Rollins needed against Drew McIntyre on the show as well. As Avalanche hurt Corona by Carmella, that's not going to put Bayley away. And Mella, well, very frustrated and not fully focusing on Bayley. Bayley me getting back up, but Mella actually can stay on her here. Not going to let that get the best of her. Missed that shot, though. As Bayley tries to answer back, Mella's going to reverse it. As now Bayley gets out of the corner. Off the rope she goes. Head of steam and another Frankensteiner. Taken down. Carmella and now Mella rolling down to the outside of the ring. Just instinct. Has to be instinct. She knows she cannot let Bayley pin her in any situation. And Bayley knows that as well. She knows she can't let Carmella pin her in any situation. Now here we go, Bayley and Bayley. Well, I think she has it now. What was this? The third one? The third successful one? Bayley? No. You're kidding me. You are kidding me. You know, the first one, fine. The second one, okay. But the third one? Carmella, she showed immense fighting spirit this past Tuesday in that 6-woman tag team matchup. She had a great performance. An MVP-like type performance. And she's having one here tonight. When all the cards are on the table, Carmella fully produces. When it matters the most, in the big time opportunity like this, Carmella has fully produced. And this matchup and the 6-woman tag this past Tuesday on SmackDown has truly shown. Here's the catch though. Here's the gist. Can she fully go all the way? 6-woman tag matchup, no avail. MVP type performance, didn't get the victory. If anything, she got pinned. Here tonight, can she get it? Super kick. Another MVP-like type performance. Can it be followed up with a victory? Yes, it can. Because the super kick leads to us having a new SmackDown Women's Champion. Wow. Well, oh man, what? Oh man, what a show this has been so far. Some great matches from top to bottom. SmackDown produces yet another absolute great matchup. Kofi Kingston retained the WWE title just a couple minutes ago against Roman Reigns in an absolutely spectacular matchup. And here tonight, Carmella defeats Bayley in what was another MVP type performance on the part of the Princess of Staten Island. And here tonight in Hartford, Connecticut, in Money in the Bank, she wins the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the new SmackDown Champion has been crowned as we end off Part 4 of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. What a victory. What a performance by that woman right there. And a well-deserved one over the former champion, Bayley. Carmella, the new SmackDown Women's Champion.